How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy With It. I was blurry, but now I'm also Will. Today we are playing our Marvel United Megaverse campaign. Specifically, we're going up against this little lady right here, Proxima Midnight. This was I would say the least voted. It had no votes. Won all of the options I gave previously. Unfortunately, the other options did require things to be painted, and we of course didn't paint them last week, 4th of July, all that stuff. Won't be painting them next week either. So I was like, do I want to do another Spider-Verse, or would I prefer to do this one because it just seemed fun to be able to use a new deck, because we did unlock the A-Force decks. So that is that. Also, my monitor has a nice little white box for some reason. Oh, it's gone. It didn't want me to look at you. All right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves flipped over. This is the lunchtime stream, so we do need to go a little quick. So let's see here. Zoom. No. That one. That's the one we want. So here we are set up. A little crooked. It is what it is. We are set up for Proxima Midnight. Proxima Midnight, her BAM, she will deal 1 damage to each hero in her location. She then discards all of the civilians in the locations, and she increases her wonderful slaughter track, her villainous plot. As always, if we get here, we lose. The total she increases is 1 by default, but then each civilian she gets rid of will increase it another 1. That slaughter track is brutal. Yeah, thanks. So you mean I'm losing all of these characters? Okay. Okay. Good to know. Hey, Steve. Overflow. If 1 or more thug tokens can't be placed, then we are going to do 1 damage to each hero in her location. If one or more civilian tokens can't be added, each civilian token that can't be added will increase the slaughter track as well. I usually don't do well. Now that I think about it, I don't think I usually do well on any of them that have the tracks. Like Doom, Magneto, like most of them, I don't do well on the tracks. What got unlocked after the last game with Wanda? I thought there was a chance to grab 3 Mystics. Yes, there is. So we do have our 3 Mystics, or not necessarily 3 Mystics. We have Doctor Strange, because he's required for Dormammu. We have Scarlet Witch, and we have America Chavez, which is why I didn't bring America Chavez in today, because she could be used for A-Force, but I don't, in case we do lose, I don't want to lose her for that matchup. But I do need to paint Dormammu. So Dormammu, Mystique, and Bullseye are all sitting up there, along with the heroes I need for Bullseye. So that'll be the next painting session, but that'll probably be 2 weeks from now, because next week is family coming into town. All right, that's that. So, yeah, get to painting Dormammu. Now I did actually unlock something offline. I unlocked Ant-Man and Wasp, because I do have both of those painted from the original box. So we could go up against Ultron with Ant-Man, Wasp, and I don't know who the third person I would use is. David says he likes to know what the locations do, so I didn't cover the locations up this time. So end of turn, if you're alone here, you may gain a movement token or discard an action token to ignore the first amount of damage or crisis token you would take on the villain next turn. End of turn here, you gain 1 punch token. You can discard 1 card from your hand to get another punch token. Asgard is if you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, you get to draw a card. So this is our healing location, is in Asgard. The New York, I can discard an action to draw a card. So this is another, it's not visible, unfortunately. Zoom high right. There we go. It's not as useful because I would need an action token. So I guess we'll just gain a whole bunch of move tokens over at the other place. I'm trying to see if I've got all the zooms or not. Not quite. Not quite on this. There we go. Krila, you may discard 1 card to reveal the top card of your hero deck. Gain action tokens equal to the symbols at the bottom that you revealed. So that actually kind of would go handy with that other one too. Let's see here. Let's see if we zoom oddly. Is this the last one? Yeah. End of turn, you may swap a card from your hand with 1 of your face-up cards in the storyline. So we can basically get one of our old cards back. All right, so we got to lay out our threats. So first threat is Masterful Fighter. While in this location, Proxima Midnight ignores the first punch used against her. Prison Camp. Each civilian in this location requires an extra action to remove, which she wants to keep the civilians out so she can kill them. Another prisoner camp. Tactical support. Heroes in this location suffer 1 extra damage. Tactical support. Heroes in this location. And then this is, yeah, the other Masterful Fighter. I shuffled. I promise. It just doesn't look that way. How am I crooked? I'm crooked somehow, and it was annoying me. That's slightly better. Slightly better. Healing and movement are useful locations, and that location could grab powerful card for second play. Yeah. We'll see. Alright, so we have Thor, Mighty Thor, Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, the A-Force deck. Mighty Thor has Throg, because I felt, thematic. Captain Marvel has nobody, because we have not unlocked for Kitty Cat yet. And then She-Hulk has Jeffy Boy. So, we do, unfortunately, have the bad cards starting out. I guess it's better now than later. So, basically, so many zombies when this card is revealed. Add 1 thug to each location. Oh, I guess I do this now. It was revealed during setup. Okay. I thought it was when it was played. Well, that wasn't ideal. Okay, I guess it's better that it came out now than later. Yeah, we basically add, and then as long as the card is in the team display, heroes ending their turn on location with a thug takes damage. So the zombies are biting us. So the first one is all Thor. Yep, all Thor. Thor in that deck. And then we have our A-Force Portal. This is basically a waste turn, right? We're just going to have to flip it over and call it a day. So somebody's going to waste a turn. So the question is, do I waste the first person's turn or do I waste the third person's turn? I definitely need to get rid of that negative team card. Yeah, at least it came out first. All right, let's get started. Proxima Midnight 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No civilians. Well, there's no BAM either, so didn't matter. She is adding... Oh, we've already got an overflow. Because of that, because of the zombies. Oh, man. So, if I remember correctly, here's the problem. If I remember correctly, you have to add top to bottom, right? So, the thug will get added. The civilian will not. So, we already have our villainous plot going on. Her actual location gets 3. You gotta be kidding me. And the last location gets 1 of each as well. That is a horrible, horrible turn. Whatever happened to the Thor that was normal man with a cane that would transform into Thor? Oh, Dr... What was his name? Dr... That... He's been retconned several times. Once it was like an actual man that Thor was inhabiting, and then no, it was a fake made man by Odin. Then there was a thing where Odin killed the Doctor to make a fake version of it. It's been all over the place. Oh, this sucks. All right, so Mighty Thor, we got to get rid of that card. We either get rid of that card or we just make sure we're always beating up on thugs. Because we have Throg here. He could punch twice. I could move him and punch twice there. Be nice if he could fly all the way over here. Yeah, we have to get here. We got to get to each location because we need to take something out in each one. I don't think I can do that this turn. All right. I think we're going to do Throg. Let's see what we got. Use on your turn, draw a card. Use on your draw card step. Instead of drawing the top card of your deck, search for Mjolnir card and draw it. Shuffle the deck after. All right, so I can get a Mjolnir, which I think is a punch, right? Especially brutal with this matchup. Play it out, though. You can do it. I like... It's bad that it comes out at the very beginning, because it's filling up locations you haven't had a chance to remove anything from. So I was kind of happy that it came out first. No, I'm not. Do I need Mjolnir? I think Mjolnir is punch. Is it punch anywhere? Can I look at Mjolnir to see what it does? And then I'll shuffle. Oh, triple punch and a move. Okay. So triple punch and a move. But it would only be 1 move. Triple punch and a move wouldn't be that bad because I could do there and there. But again, that's not helping me here. Or I could do there and then move over here and do those 2. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a Mjolnir. At the end of your turn, if you played a hero card with no special effect, we could turn it back face up. All right, so where's that Mjolnir go? Mjolnir. Where's my other one? There's that one. So she has 2. I know she has 2, so you get to do that twice. Just like his secret ID hulking out to a Thor bit. Yeah, yeah. All right. So we're going to do that. We're going to... First, we're going to move Throg. Let's go ahead and get Throg. We'll send Throg this way, and we'll send Jeff the other way. All right, so we'll send Throg there. Oh no, it's a single target in your location. I thought it was I could move. Never mind. No, let's not do that. I mean, I could get rid of 2 thugs. Watch me draw Mjolnir anyways. Ooh, hang on. We do have this A-Force card, which will let me move to any location, but then I won't be able to do much. Or I can make somebody else move to any location. Yeah. Okay. I think we are going to do Throg. So, Throg gets to move on his turn. So we're going to move Throg here. And then punch. Yeah. Let's go with that. Thor move. I guess we'll just get Thor on the move. Move her down this way. So you can protect these 2 spots. All right. Captain Marvel has a lot of punch. She has 1 move. Let's do the punch, because then we can do the move anywhere with Hulk on this spot. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Punch. Punchy. Stay straight. Alright. It's like, don't pick on Peter Parker, Clark Kent, or Bruce Banner. Don't diss the man with the cane. You might end up with Thor. Or House. Alright, so we're going to... She gets 2 punches and a move. So we will, I guess, punch here. We will move here and punch again. A lot of punching going on. Alright, so we're going to use the A-Force. So we're going to take a damage down here, huh? So let's not do that. Leave this one here. Punch this one instead. Yep. Alright, so we can use the A-Force, get to move to any location. We also need to get Jeffy Boy on the move. Move to any location. She gets the punch. And rescue a civilian. But we need to work on this. That's the dilemma. Is working on these or saving the civilians. I made a very punchy deck, not a action oriented, it seems, because I think all 3 of these girls are punchy. So let's rescue. I need the civilians off the board, so we're gonna rescue. All right, there we go. So Hulk is going to have to take 1 damage. Punch plus another punch for each transformation card in the storyline. We kind of want to keep that. Jeffy's not bad, because I can move Jeff punch and then She-Hulk gets a punch. I think we're going to do the single action. Alright. Was that everything? Yeah. Can she take a damage? Can the zombie bite her? Yeah, pretty punchy team. Could maybe leverage Hala to get back a few cards they have. Yeah. Or like I said, this one gives me tokens, right? No, that's discard 1 token, gain an action token. So we can gain action tokens based on our cards. All right. 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Deal 1 damage to each hero. I'm getting rid of all my action cards. It's probably not the best idea. So I moved them so they wouldn't get bitten by a zombie. I moved them so they wouldn't get bitten by a zombie. All right. Move the track up 1 for this. She got rid of 1. Move it up again. And then she adds civilians. 1, 2 there. 1 there. 1 there. Everybody gets a civilian. They're all filled up again. Who's Proxima? Proxima Midnight. So she is one of the Black Order, one of Thanos' guards. All right. Is it time to just waste that? I don't want to keep taking damage. I've got a very punchy team. That's the thing, though. I got a very punchy team, right? That's what Steve said. It's a very punchy team, so could just leave that out there as long as I can keep punching all of the thugs. All right. Is there a place I can punch 3 times? No. So Mjolnir is not as useful. We do have 1 action. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we got to do some action so we can clear out some locations. What was this one? Swap a card from your hand with a face up. Choose location. Each hero there gains a token. My debate is, do I just want to get rid of this now? Right, just so I don't have to worry about it. All I would get would be one action then. Yeah. I mean, I could give a move and an action to the next person and then I would have 2 and we'd get rid of that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Ah, leap on. Move Throg one location, then punch in his location. We're going to move him anyways for his turn. Get him in the middle. I think we are going to play this. So, we get to do 2 actions and a move. And then Captain Marvel is going to have a move and an action as well. I think we're going to go over here because it's getting full. So we're going to move. And then we're going to do an action. Oh, I wish I had 4 actions. Because these are here. Action. And the second action. And Captain Marvel is going to get rid of this thing. So she gets a move. And an action. I really feel like I'm not doing the objectives. They got torn up by a landing craft after Scarlet Witch launched her MCU Infinity War. And yes, she's a member of the Black Order. Yeah. Portal! We did get another portal, though. See, this should be Singularity. Singularity is a portal into her own dimension. She is herself a dimension. All right, everybody can get a token. I do have move Jeff 1 and punch, so he could move and punch over here. He can move up there and punch, which would clear that out. And I could use the punch. So I'm not disliking Jeff right now. Ooh, double wild. Double wild. Oh no, Jeff would make Jeff. Yeah, Jeff would just go up there. I don't know if I want to do the double wild. Whatever I play is all that She-Hulk gets. She only gets this card. The problem is I have 2 possible overflows now. And I can't use Jeff and me because I can't move with this punch. I can move with this punch, but that would prevent 1 overflow. Or set up the next one for double wild. All right, let's... No, I only have 3 because I took damage. My healing location was what? Where's my healing location? Asgard. And this requires 2 to rescue. Let's do Jeff. So, I get a punch. I get to move Jeff 1 location either way, and then he's going to punch. Now, we have almost accelerated here already. We need to get some more civilians saved. Nerd Mimic did a video of Scarlet Witch and Vision versus Corvus Glaive. Yes. So normally Proxima and Corvus, right? They're a couple, I think, in the comics. All right. Here she goes. So in the Marvel Champions, you fight against both. Move to location with the most civilians. She doesn't bam, though. Hunting Spear. Discard all civilians in Proxima's location. Increase her track by the number discarded. Heroes in her location may take 1 damage for each person. Oh, jeez. 1, 2. All right, we're already halfway dead. already halfway done. Oh, man. All right. So we have move Throg 1 and punch. So we'd have to move him out and you can move him back in. We have a punch from the previous card, which would take care of that in a while. Or again, I can give everybody tokens and have a move and a punch. Fortunately, I can't move anywhere and punch. All right, double wild. Double wild. What does Carol have? She has a single wild. Need to get civilians. I need to start rescuing civilians. Yeah, because if I punch, that's going to accelerate her. I don't want to accelerate her. So let's do the double wild. We'll just move Grog because we know we'll need to move him into a space anyways. All right, so I get a double wild. So, and I get one punch. Oh, that's going to accelerate it anyways. This one punch will accelerate it. If I use it. Yeah, we're going to end up using it. So, that accelerated. Yeah, that sucks. All right. That means, yeah. So move, wild, just double wild. That says a move. I can move, and go up there. Clear that out. Oh, double action too. So I could use either way. Do the move. All right. So we're going to move. Action. Fine with the thug. So we will go ahead and... Oh, no, sorry. It takes 2 actions. So that actually took both of those wilds to get that one civilian out of there. Ugh. There you go. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Yay. But this still goes up 1. That sucks. It still goes up 1. Thug. And thug. Lots of thugs. All right. She-Hulk. So we need to rescue 3 civilians. We only have 3 out there. We get 2 movement. So I could rescue 1, come 1, 2 movement, rescue 2. Yeah. So rescue 1. You use the wild to rescue 2. All right, last one to rescue. We can start at least hitting her. So we have 1, 2, so we can get up there with this. We have the Throg, which can punch a guy. We only have 1 movement. Yep. Oh, could have 2 movement and extra punch. So punch 1, 1 movement, 2 movement, rescue with the 3rd one. All right, so punch 1, move 1, move again, rescue with the other one. Has anybody ever played a game where they've not done any of the threats? I'm going for it. All right. Unfortunately, it's Proxima's turn again. Oops. There you go. 2. 1, 2. Bam! Nothing happens. Adds thugs. So, 1 thug for you. 2 thugs for Jeffy boy. And 1 thug for Thor. But guess what? We can start beating your face in. And I have the Mjolnir card. Unfortunately, Thor won't get to go before she goes again. So, Captain Marvel, of course, is the furthest away. I have a move and 1 punch. So I can move. I need a second move. And then... oh, each hero there gains. All right. Well, that's... we all need to be in the same spot. I didn't realize that. Okay. Oh, that's no better. Oh, that location, she ignores the first damage. Dang it. That's the worst spot for her to go to. Hey, Greg, how you doing? That's the worst place for her to have gone to. Because that one, she would ignore the 1 punch I have. So... I almost need to do the double action. I was going to say, can I do an entire thing without doing the threats? I don't think I can. So, we're going to... oh, I need 2 moves. Dang it. I need 2 moves. I mean, this will set up Hulk to take this out. That's fine. I guess I'll just do the same thing. We need this one anyways to heal, so I'm fine. And then we'll punch. And... punch and... move? So I could use this. And give both of them a token. Yeah, let's do that. Let's move. And then She-Hulk. Do that. Choose a location. That location, each one there gets a token. So we're going to give them some punchies. Clear some threats. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's what's going to have to happen. And then I get 2. Click here. I mean, I'll do it while I've got the stars. If I happen to clear one, I happen to clear one. If I don't, I don't. All right. Proxima's turn. Of course she moves 0. Move 0. Discard all civilians in locations. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's no civilians in either of those locations. So that's actually great. You're great. So guess who's up next? Thor. We will go ahead and draw her card. It is not Mjolnir, so we are going to use this to get us a Mjolnir. Shuffly. So I don't care that she's going to ignore 1 thread at this point in time now, because I have my Mjolnir. So, we're going to play our Mjolnir. We're going to use the move to come play with Proxima Midnight. We've got 3 punches in single location, and then our 4th punch here, which is going to be wasted. But that means we get to do 3 punches of her 7. Tony Tiger as a superhero. They're great. Good job, everybody. All right. So that worked out good. right, so Captain Marvel's there. She gets one movement, but no punchy punches. She's got this one punch. Come on, get us a double punch card. Double punch card. Double punch card. Yay, yay. Double punch card. All right. Question is, do I leave Thor there? Thor did have another movement. Let's say she goes 1, 2, 3. Let's move Thor down here. I don't think she would do a 0 again, but it's possible. All right. We're going to move. We're going to use this. We're going to waste that one. We're going to punch her twice. She is down to 2 hit points. All right. Punchy, punchy, punchy. All right. But she gets to go first. She's going 1. Boop. Bam. Nothing happens because there are no civilians, but she's going to give us some new friends. She's going to give us some new friends to protect. Unfortunately, she moved away from She-Hulk. She-Hulk, smash! I do have the portal, though. But, ooh, nope, that's game. Portal. Boop. And she has punch, punch. That felt kind of anticlimactic. I didn't defeat a single threat. And maybe that was ideal for what ended up happening to me at the beginning, getting all those extra thugs, is I just needed to clear everything out as much as I could. And then we got all the civilians, and she didn't have any for, what, 2 turns. So, all right, there we go. That is a win. If I made any rules mistakes, somebody will let me know down in the comments. But let's go ahead and go to the map. The map. The map. The map. Going to the map. Where is the map? Where's my web browser? There it is. All right, so we are doing Proxima. We use Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, and Thor, Mighty Thor. That's regular Thor. Mighty Thor. Where's Mighty Thor? Did I never give her a portal to come visit? No, I didn't. Dang it. I don't have any portals, do I? Oh, no, I do have portals. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I do have portals. I thought I had already done it because I remember I took her over to the Thor zone. So I thought I had already spent it, but I forgot that's already in the multiverse, so I wouldn't have needed it. All right, so there you go. That. Use the danger room. Didn't use any action tokens. We did use Mjolnir. Teams. A-Force. Pets. Both of our lovely boys. And we won. All right. So that's completed. That now allows us to do Black Dwarf as well. So again, he is already painted. So he'd be easy. But yeah, then we have Corvus Glaive. Yeah, so it's Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive are together. Corvus Glaive is like Thanos's first in command. He's the smart one. But yeah, so I did unlock over here because I had a gear. So we did unlock Ant-Man and Wasp. We can take them up against Ultron or Kang. I've never painted Kang. And if I were to do Kang, if we want to play all MCU-like, then I would need Stature. And I don't know where we get Stature from. Probably Civil War. Where's Stature? Quake, Maria, no. Yeah, Civil War, sorry. Wiccan, Patriot, Kate Bishop, Iron Lad, Spectrum, Sentry. Huh. I figured she'd be over here with the new Avengers, for the Young Avengers. I don't see her. Oh, here she is. She's a big icon. She's a big one right here. All right. So yeah, we would have to go down here to get Stature if we wanted to play MCU Quantumania. So that's an option. But again, we can do these two against Ultron. I could use Vision. That would actually be a decent team. Ant-Man, Wasp, and Vision against Ultron. We do remove our single wilds. Yeah. So Ultron is an option for upcoming game. Either the other two of the Black Order could be a future game because they're already painted. Again, Bullseye is on the docket to paint. I just haven't... We haven't had the time to paint him. And then we do have 2 more of the Sinister Six. So we have to do Electro and Vulture, and then we can do our first Sinister Six. Yep, which will make David happy because we're going to unlock Squirrel Girl then. I need to paint Squirrel Girl. Although then, if you include Squirrel Girl in any matchup, would that almost be like cheating? Would that be like cheating? And then for the X-Men, I've got Mystique that I need to paint for us to go up against her. Sabretooth is painted, right? And it's just a challenge, so we've already fought him. Mastermind would have to be painted. Now for Fantastic Four, Super Skrull is painted, so we could do Super Skrull. We could do his matchup. That would then allow us to get up to Deathbird and then Onslaught. On. You say tomato, I say tomato. This is the Mystique challenge, which then allows us to go up against Magneto again. And Magneto is how we lost. Again, I failed forward, so Magneto shows defeated, but that was, again, fail forward. But Magneto is who took out the X-Men. So if I want the X-Men back, I would have to take on this Magneto again. Again, I have a key. I could do Sentinels and Nimrods. That would just be fun because I'd want to paint the Sentinels. And then I need 4 time to get the original X-Men. Although then who would I make the original X-Men go up against? Because thematically, we've already beaten them. I could... Now, this would be fun. I could unlock the original X-Men and then have them go in time and fight Magneto to rescue the original X-Men. The only problem is I wouldn't use all 4, or in this case 5. I would probably only use 3. Because anything over 3 seems to be when I lose lose characters. And then we did have Dormammu, right? We talked about Dormammu. So we do have Dormammu, which would be Doctor Strange, America Chavez, and Scarlet Witch. Taking out Dormammu means then we can finally do the regular Loki, which again, I want to do the regular before I do the one over here. We do have Absorbing Man with the Titania challenge with no equipment. That'd be hard. And then we have a Hela here, but that's the challenge, but I'd rather do the regular Hela first. Yeah, the reason Absorbing Man would get us the Wrecking Crew, but doesn't get us Alligator Loki or our Mjolnir. Ares, we can't do until Loki. Mjolnir, we don't get till Loki. Kid Loki, we don't get till Loki. But then it would give us a couple more portals and a star so we could travel somewhere else. I think Loki here would be a better option. Well, again, I want to beat the regular Loki first. And then we'll go do that Loki. I think Loki's what I would do over there first. Yeah. So that is that. That is all of the stuff. All of the stuff. Dormammu. David wants Dormammu. So yeah, so Dormammu won't be next, but again, Dormammu is next on the docket to paint. So there's six minis to paint, right? No. Yes. Who's over there? Yeah, so there's 6 minis to paint because I have 3 heroes. I have Daredevil, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Elektra, and Iron Fist. Doing a Kung Fu thing. Ninja thing. For Bullseye. And then we have Mystique, so we can continue up the X-Men. And then we have Dormammu. So that's our 6 that we'll be painting. Again, it won't be this weekend. Yeah, there'll be a Marvel United game. I've got, like I said, I've got extra minis that are still painted. So it's not that I can't. As long as I'm ahead a couple villains, then it's not that big of a deal. But this weekend I won't be able to paint because, like I said, family's coming into town, or supposed to be coming into town. And then next weekend will be debatable, right? It's whether or not me and Audrey want to play a game or whether I would paint. We'll probably play a game because I can paint on Saturday night, and I can paint the Marvel United minis on Saturday night, so it'd be like the following week, not next week, the week after. Yeah, the week after would be if would be Dormammu, I guess. Yeah. That's this. Rest of the week, I don't have scheduled yet, guys. I will have them up today sometime, hopefully. The only thing I've got is tonight. Tonight we are doing more Legendary 2nd Edition. This time I'm going to actually use all of the Legendary 2nd Edition core box, with the exception of my bystanders, because they're already mixed, my officer deck is already mixed, and my sidekicks, because they're already mixed. But the scheme is the Enshrouded Identity. And then I don't know, like, you're supposed to know who you're fighting, so it's kind of weird because you need to know what boss you're fighting to set it up. So I guess it's like, we don't know who we're fighting until later, but as a player, you know who you're fighting. So we are going to go up against Magneto. We'll take Gambit, Rogue, Emma Frost, and you have to put in Wolverine. Like, Wolverine's always just a requirement, I guess, when you play a game with X-Men. I'm probably going to do the Star Wars deck building game for one of the lunchtime streams. And then Thursday night, I don't know what deck building game. Maybe Keep the Heroes Out. Steve from Co-op Guild mentioned Keep the Heroes Out and reminded me, oh yeah, that's a deck building game. And I'm on a deck building game kick right now. So we might do that for Thursday night stream. If there, guys, you want to watch any of that, like, subscribe, bell notification. When my schedule of streams, hit the remind me button. That's the best way to know when we go live, because I found out that if you just have notifications on, it lets you know, I think 30 minutes ahead of time that the stream is starting. But if you actually do the remind me, then I think it tells you when the stream goes live. One does one does the other. I don't remember which. You don't do Star Room Solo. So we've done... Yeah, did I do Star Realm Solo? I did. So I did Star Realm Solo using the Star Trek deck against a Star Realms boss. And then I did Star Realm Solo with Star Trek against the Star Trek Borg boss. And then we did Star Realms co-op against the boss. And it's the same as Solo. Solo versus co-op is the same. You're just going up against the boss. So I've done a couple. I'll look at those playthroughs and see how long they took me. That could fit in a lunchtime stream. I could do that. Somebody did release another Power Rangers variant. I figured I wanted to give that a shot. I don't know how long that would take, like what the complexity is on that. I mean, but I may do that as lunchtime stream, show his thing. Yeah, it is deck building. I don't have Hero Realms, because I have everything Star Realms. I also have the Star Realms Legacy game. So that might be something me and Audrey could do after we're done the other 2 Legacy games we're doing, once one of those 2 ends. It doesn't... I couldn't really play it solo because it's competitive, it's versus. So I'd have to basically just beat up on myself the whole time. Kind of disappointing. I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed that the Legacy game didn't have a way to play it at all solo, because they didn't... Because the only way you can play solo is to have a boss. And there's only, I think, one boss at one point that makes it cooperative instead of competitive. Now, I guess I could just take that boss out, pretend that I've built my deck, because I've got the rebuild deck that comes in it. So that way you don't have to sticker your cards if you don't want to. Either way, guys, that is that. I'm going to go grab some lunch. So either way, guys, until next time. Peace.